Let's get this party started, man. Welcome to the Foolish Show podcast. Let me get everything right. Give everybody a little time to check in, man. Monday night on the Foolish Show podcast. Y'all know what time it is. We keep it real over here. We talk that talk and walk that walk. Hope y'all had a great Monday. It's Monday night over here in South Florida. Appreciate everybody that take the time to tune in and watch this whenever you watch it. We always have good vibes on the Foolish Show. No doubt about it. We're going to get this show started in 1 minute. Let's get everything cooking. Hope y'all had a great Monday. All good vibes. All positivity. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Being able to be with people and share positive vibes. But tonight, what we're going to get into, we're going to talk about how much does it really take for you to be financially straight. That's what we're going to get into tonight. It all depends on the cost of living or where you live and your way of living. We're going to get into that in a minute, y'all. Let me set up everything. Y'all make sure y'all jump in the chat. Hit that thumbs up button. Appreciate y'all checking in. This is the Foolish Show podcast, man. I give it to you real straight. No chaser. We don't sugarcoat nothing. We don't come on here to gossip. Come on here to talk that talk. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Because we only can live one day at a time. We don't know when tomorrow gonna come. And you don't know when tomorrow gonna end. So enjoy your life. Live your life to the fullest. That's what I always preach. But be careful what you do. Because one bad decision can mess up your whole life. You can throw your whole life away. So it's all on how you move. Let's get this party started. Let me set everything up. Then we're going to get cooking. We can be able to get cooking in a minute, y'all. But being financially stable, how much does it take for you to be financially straight? Where you feel like you don't have to worry about nothing, scratching over no bills. What would that take? Well, it all depends on how you look at life and how much your bills is. Some folks, especially where I live, you probably got to make at least $500 a day to be able to live how you want to live. Because the rent alone down here is $2,200, $2,500, $2,800. And we're not even talking about houses, apartments, duplexes. That's how much everything done went up. So if you were working a 9 to 5, how much would it take for you to say, you know what, I don't need this job no more? Well, you got to be making a good income, at least $100, $200 or more a day to be able to keep up with your lifestyle and make sure that your bills are good. But if you just want to be comfortable, maybe some people can live off $3,000 or $4,000 a month. If you know how to live, if you know how to budget, if certain things you really don't have to have, you don't care about. You got some people that live their life like that. You can't expect everybody to live how you live or want what you want. What excites you might not excite them. What they like might not be what you like. Everybody had their taste and their own way of living. So you can't judge nobody for how they want to spend their money and how they want to live their life. You have the right to do the same thing. If you work hard for it, can't nobody tell you what to do with it. But you got to be smart about it, because the quicker you get it, the quicker you can lose it. Especially if you got habits or gambling problems or addiction. You can watch all that money just go up in smoke and go away. Disappear like you never had it. So you always got to appreciate your blessing. Take the time to realize whatever's for you is going to be for you. You will have it. Don't stress yourself over certain things, especially materialistic stuff. Because all this stuff that we see gonna come and go. Your car can get totaled tomorrow. Your chain can get snatched tomorrow. You could lose your ring in the drain. Anything can happen. But you only get one life. So you have to appreciate your life and value everything that life has to offer. But if you want to be stable, then you have to have a source of income. And whatever that income is, it has to be able to keep up with your lifestyle. See, some people try to live above their lifestyle. And then you end up in debt. You end up losing everything because the whole time it was just a front. The whole time you pretended like you had something that you didn't have. Now you don't cross your limit. Don't be one of those people, man. Be smart on how you move financially. Always think about the future and your kids. Because it's all about generational wealth and trying to be able to eat good and being able to help other folks eat good. That's what we always go back to. Being able to eat good, but being able to take care of people at the same time. That's what it's all about. Being financially stable is what most people want. That's all most people want to be able to have. They want to be able to live comfortable, eat good, go to sleep, and wake up and see another day. But we know life, nothing comes to us. They don't give you anything. Whatever you want, you got to go out there and get it. Nobody are going to put nothing on your table most of the time. You have to make a way. Whatever your lifestyle is, you the one have to try to provide for that lifestyle. If you want your kids to live a certain way, you have to make that happen. You can't sit around and wait for nobody else to make it happen, because it's not their kids, it's yours. If you want to be financially stable, it's going to take sacrifices. They always say scared money don't make no money. Sometimes you got to take risks. A lot of successful people that you hear in their stories, they took chances. Not telling you to take your life savings and go jump and do something that you don't know nothing about. You have to research it first. You have to know what you're getting yourself into. Especially if you're going to invest a large lump sum of money. Investigate whatever that is inside and out. Make sure it's not a scam or you're going to take a loss. Weigh out all your options. This is what all it takes to be financially stable. Being able to live where you can sit back and pay the bills. Now, if you want to get to that other level, you know, there's levels to this. The ones that's in the millionaires and billionaires, they can live comfortable because their money is longer. But it took hard work and sacrifice to get there. They'll tell you that. It ain't come easy. They had to make it happen. They had to make a way, and they had to believe in themselves. So it's all about believing in you and believing in the dream. believe that you can achieve. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. Now, what would it take for you to be financially stable? Well, it all depends, right? If you like the finer things, then you know that's going to take more money. But if you just want to be able to pay all your bills and have a little money left over where you can do a little fun stuff every now and then, and you good with that, then you know what you need to make. But if you want to live an extravagant lifestyle, then you know you're going to have to put in work, and you're going to have that income coming back. So it's all about having different resources of income. Unless that one source of income is major. If you bring it in over $1,000 a day, then you living good. You can be able to survive off that. But if you bring it in 100, 500, 200, you still can't just go ball out and spend your money everywhere and think you're not going to miss it. It's levels. So that depends on what bracket you fall in. Everybody has to try to adapt to their lifestyle, and you can't try to keep up with the Joneses. Don't worry about what such and such are doing, because you're going to go broke and lose everything trying to keep up with them down the street, with everybody you see on social media. See, last I checked, it ain't everybody's business what you got. You don't have to tell all your business. That's what we got to start understanding on social media. It's cool to vibe and talk to people and communicate, make little funny videos and stuff, but you got to watch what you put on the internet and telling all your business, especially financially. You have to be able to understand that. Because it ain't everybody's business. What you doing behind the scenes and grinding, it's between you and God and whoever around you in that grind. Whoever with you in the mud getting their hands dirty. They know the work you putting in. Now it's okay if you want to show people, hey, this is what you got to do it, and it's for motivation. But don't let that get you distracted from your goal. Don't let that get you off course of what you're trying to get accomplished. See, you can get caught up with the glitz and glamour and forget what you're doing it for. So if you want financial stability, you have to be consistent. You have to have different sources of income coming from different places. I don't care what you're doing. If you're Uber eating on the side, but you got a 9 to 5, then you got another little job, you hustling, you going to get it. I salute and I respect that. Some people ain't making money just like that from different places where they can just sit back and ball out. But however you got to go get it, go get it. Just go get it the right way. See, a lot of people will jeopardize their freedom to be financially straight. So it's a line you have to draw. You can't risk it all. What's the point of living if you're going to risk everything for a stupid mistake? You take that one risk and you lose your freedom, you lose your family. Is it worth it? You might have went and robbed the bank and y'all got $100,000. You might have been able to spend it, or you might not. They've been in culture before you even spend it. Before you can even enjoy it, all that money is gone, your freedom is gone. See, these are life decisions that people have to make. It's all right to want to be financially stable, but how you handle that and how you apply that, how do you go get it? What's your means of going to get it? If it's any means necessary, you got to make sure, man, you're not crossing the line. And y'all know what we're talking about. You can't cross the law because they're going to come get you. You got to find a ways to get around them. Try to stay legit. Trying to build an empire, man. Think big and think outside the box. It's a lot of entrepreneurs right now from the internet that's coming up with, just came up with ideas, being creative. All this technology now, there's so many different ways out here to go get money and make cheese. You just got to find your niche. You got to find your gift. You can make somebody laugh. You can make somebody cry. You can sing. You can rap. You can act. Whatever you can do. You can draw. There's all different platforms now for you to get that out to people's faces. You can always chase your dream. Don't let nobody distract you from what you're trying to do, from what you want to get accomplished. Because we all want different things in life. Everybody wants something in life that you're trying to reach, hopefully. But you have a lot of people that don't. A lot of people just wake up every day and they walking and living blind, living zombies, don't know which way they're going. They ain't got no direction, no purpose. There's a lot of people out there right now that we know. They don't know which way to go. They don't know which way to turn. And they don't care what they do and what the repercussion and the consequences of their actions. Take accountability of your life, folks. You want to be financially stable, and you come up with you a plan. You break down your finances and see what's going out and what's coming in. If you dishing out more money than you making, you're going to put yourself in debt. It's not that hard. And we all do it. We all got a credit card where we just swiping. Shout out to Mama Brand checking in. Appreciate you, Mama. What we're talking about now is being financially stable. It all depends on your cost of living and how you want to live. It don't take $1 million to live a good life. It don't take a whole bunch of thousands and thousands of dollars to live a comfortable life. Of course, it'll be a blessing because there's more for you to have. But the more you give, the more will come. But it all takes hard work and dedication. Not going to happen overnight. Nobody's just going to wake up and say, here you go. If you're going to look at every successful person, they done put in hard work and dedication and time. Go look at anybody's story that done made it and became something in life. And you don't have to be a superstar to become something. You can graduate. You're already doing something right there if you finish school. Because most people now are dropping out. They're not thinking about the education part. If you can't read and write or add and count your money, how you think your life is going to go? It's a lot of people that's just going to take advantage of you. They're going to take from you and you don't even know it. Because you can't even count or read what they're putting in front of you. So we got to teach the kids that being illiterate, that ain't cool. I don't know where to get that from. Everybody can't be the successful high school dropout. A lot of them just going to end up by the wayside and going to jail and throwing their life away. Some might find a way to make it. It's all on how much you want and your dedication and what you want to make out of life. Everything comes with hard work. Everything comes with dedication. But we have to understand what you put in life is what you're going to get out of it. If you live all your life doing wrong and doing dirt, how you think karma going to come back at the end of the day? It's not that hard, folks. Some people might say it's common sense. But the old folks always told me common sense ain't that common. Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to this channel if you're not. Tonight we just screaming only on YouTube. Because we have we was having problems on the live stream tonight, so we're not streaming on Facebook or Twitter, only on YouTube tonight. So I know a lot of people gonna check this podcast out whenever they get a chance, but I appreciate you, Mama Bren, checking in, saying that is very true. But that's what it's all about. Making smart lifetime decisions. Trying to set yourself up for the future. That's the most important thing. We forget about that part, which is cool because, you know, most of the time we live for right now, because I'm like that. I really don't think about tomorrow because it ain't no guarantee tomorrow gonna come. But we have to start thinking about tomorrow in case tomorrow do come. If y'all get what I'm trying to say. It's all about investing in the right things, doing research, and having different sources of income coming in the household so you can be able to provide whatever type of lifestyle you want for your household. It's simple, but it ain't that simple because you got to have drive and dedication because it just don't happen like that. It just don't come out the sky. You have to have a plan and apply it. You have to do what you got to do to make your dream come true or whatever you're trying to get to. Whatever gonna make you happy at the end of the day where you feel like you put yourself and your family in a good situation. That's the most important thing. You have to realize that you're gonna have to put in some kind of work. You gotta lay down the foundation. Can't expect everybody around you just to work for you. Life just don't go like that, folks. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Don't be afraid to take chances. Don't be afraid to live life to the fullest. Just be careful. Because we know life can end just like that. Before you know it, you gone. Your life can be taken from you within a second. Life just not easy and simple. It's just how you apply it. Because there's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations. Mama Bren says life isn't that simple. Sure enough ain't, Mama Bren. I wish it was. But we just try to break it down in your mind and try to make it simple for you. What people have to start doing. You have to break down what's important and what's not. Stop worrying about stuff that's not going to change your life. A lot of people waste a lot of time and energy on something that's not going to let them elevate. I don't understand that. It's always about trying to improve. Can't never stay the same. We all have to grow. We all have to know that we started from somewhere, but it ain't how you supposed to end. A caterpillar started as a caterpillar, looking like a little worm growing. Then what happens? You get the cocoon and all this other stuff and butterfly come out. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish in life. But you don't know when the finish line coming. So you have to live every day as if the finish line is tomorrow. That's why they say live every day like it's your last. But don't be afraid to take chances and risks on whatever you're trying to do. Because you only get one life. This is the only chance you're going to get to do it. So go for it. Chase your dreams. And whatever your lifestyle is, make sure your lifestyle equals with your finances. A lot of people always try to live above their means, and they end up being broke and losing everything because you're trying to keep up with everybody, or you're trying to get stuff that you know you really can't afford at that time. And it's okay, because there's millions of people out here that's broke that can't afford a lot of stuff. You ain't the only one. But whatever you're trying to get, come up with a financial plan to get to that point. Mama Brent says, never let anyone hold you back. Hold you back from your dreams. Time will pass you by. That's what I'm trying to tell them, Mama Brent. Y'all don't understand that we're on the clock. You don't know when the finish line is coming. Give it your all, and give it to your all right now. I ain't telling you to do it later. Do it right now if you can, if you're able. If God woke you up and your heart's still beating, you still can move your fingers and your toes and your legs and everything, then go out there and chase your dream and do whatever you're trying to do in life. But if you want to get to a financial point where you're good and stable, it's going to take hard work. Now, some people just want to live comfortable. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can live comfortable. Just make sure you make enough when you're taking care of the bills, everything else to take care of. You got a little money to eat, go on a little trip or whatever you want to do. That's cool. Nobody can't tell you how to live your life. See, that's what's wrong, people. We are now in a generation where all this social media and internet got everybody trying to live for each other. Everybody playing peekaboo and watching what each other doing, and in competition. And they even use the kids. You buy the kids different things and dress the kids up and take them pictures and look at my baby this, my baby got that, and these other people can't afford to get their kids this. Now it's a competition. Now these kids say, well, John over them got this and they got that, and it just caused chaos. If you think about it. See, that's what the internet has done. It's made everybody become monkey see, monkey do. And we all in competition with each other. We gotta all realize, man, we all got our own life. I don't know your pockets. You don't know mine. I don't know what you can afford. I don't know what you can't afford. But it's all on you. It's all on you to make it happen. Do whatever you gotta do to survive. Just make sure you're doing the right thing. Because if you do the wrong thing, it's going to come back to bite you. Because I ain't telling you to go out there and jeopardize your freedom. I ain't telling you to go out there and rob a bank or go kill and take it from somebody. You got to find a way to make it happen, but the right way. That's the only way you're going to let your blessings come in. So you're going to start blocking your blessing. When you're out here doing wrong, how the hell you think you're going to be blessed? That don't add up. Y'all think about the equation, do that add up? Don't add up, folks. So a lot of folks got to start really taking accountability for their life. Take accountability for your actions and how you move. But back to the topic. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate y'all checking in. We going live right now on the Foolish Show podcast. We talk that talk and walk that walk over here. Ain't no gossiping. We just talk that real life stuff. Live chat is always open. You can always jump in and leave your comments. I represent reality music entertainment. That's the movement, y'all. We try to spread love all over the world. That's what it's all about, man, because we need positive vibes. Because y'all look around, all this destruction and all this evil we living in. If we ain't praying, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what it's going to take for everybody to wake up. But back to the topic, being financially stable. What would it take for you to quit your job tomorrow? How much money will it take you to quit your job? Think about that. For you to say, you know what, I ain't got to work no more. It all depends on how much your finances and your bills is. How much going out. How much you spending. Then you know how much you need to survive. So if your bills come up to over $3,000 a month, including rent and all that other stuff, you know you're gonna at least need to have to make $4,000 or $5,000 a month to be able to live comfortable. Now you can bring in 3, 4 and barely be trying to make it. That's all that's gonna be. But it all depends on the person's lifestyle and how they live. Some people try to live up here when their pockets down there. Ain't nothing wrong with your pockets being low. Ain't nothing wrong with being broke. We all done been broke. A lot of us done came down to our last dollar, our last cent. You don't swipe that card when it ain't go through. It say decline. You don't check that bank account and it said overdraft. Ain't nothing wrong with struggling. It's how you handle it. Because you're supposed to take that and use it as motivation. And you take your pain and you flip it. And with the right drive and dedication, you can change that into something good. Because you use that as motivation to say, I got to do better. I'm going to push myself even harder. I'm going to push myself to the limit. Because I know I want better and I can do better. It all depends on the person. When you think about it, it all depends on what kind of person they are. How do they live? What's their wants and needs? Because what they want might not be what you want or what I want. Maybe I can live without it. Maybe they can't. Everybody has different wants and needs. And I can't tell you how to live. But if you give my opinion, I give you however I feel. But we can't tell nobody how to live, especially if they're going out there and getting their own money. If I ain't giving it to you. Now, if you're giving it to them, you can say, hey, man, make sure you do this or make sure you do that. But they still ain't got to listen. Because once it leave your hands and go to theirs, it's theirs now. Mama Brent says that's facts. So you can't tell nobody how to live. But all I can tell you is don't be trying to worry about what everybody else doing. Make sure your lifestyle and your spending habits, everything add up to what's really in your bank account. Because a lot of people will fake it to make it. But they fake it all the way to they ain't got nothing. All their money going on trying to put on the front and put on the show when they really don't have it. See, it's people don't understand it's all right to struggle. It's all right to not have it at that moment. Because there's a lot of people out there ain't got it. I don't have $1 million. I'm not rich. That's fine. It's cool. If I want to get to that point, I know what I have to do. I know it ain't going to come to me. I got to put in some work. I got to come up with a plan. I get that part. And that's what a lot of people out there got to realize. It's all right to want something, but what you doing to try to achieve it? What steps are you taking to try to reach where you're trying to go? Are you just cool with just being right there? Then cool. But don't complain about it. You can't complain if you ain't trying to make nothing happen. If you ain't getting off your behind and getting out here trying to make a way, then how you gonna complain? Sitting around waiting on somebody to feel sorry for you, you're gonna be sitting for a long time, folks. That's not how life works, especially when you grown. Most of the time, they ain't got no sympathy for you. People kill their own next door neighbor. You think they care about you? Think about it. This is the real world that we live in. It ain't make believe. So whatever you're trying to do, come up with a financial plan and work on whatever you got to work on to achieve it. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want to make every month or every week. What's going to make your lifestyle happy. That's all on you. You know how much your bills is. So whatever your bills is, you need to try to make at least 2 times more than that so you can have money left over and extra for you to live comfortable. Especially when you have kids. You have to add the kids in now. It's like a cash register. Ching, 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 ching. The more you think about it, ching, 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 ching. The more stuff you think about, it starts to add up. That's why you say you got to try to make 2 times more. That's why it's going to take, most of the time, one person income don't cover everything. Which is cool. There ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You heard what I said? Most people income. Because most people ain't got it. All these people that work in these particular places around here you see, Walmart and all that, they ain't got where they can just go splurge, but they got something. That's why I salute the people that work there, then they go work another job, then they do Uber Eats. That's what I call hustlers, because you making a way. You ain't sitting around making excuses saying, man, I ain't got that, man. Something got to change, man. I'm telling you, something got to change, though. I'm just tired of being broke. You know what I'm saying? All these people, all these cats, though, they don't want to give me nothing, though. You don't want to be one of these people. Sitting around mad at everybody because they out there getting it and you ain't. They don't get off their behind, but you didn't. You sound crazy. But that's how some people is. So y'all got to think about it, man. Okay, we should be back on, folks. Let's get everything, okay, get everything going. But what we were talking about now, y'all, what we were talking about tonight is being financially stable. And it all depends on your lifestyle and how you live, how you move, what's your wants, what's your needs, what are your bills looking like. See, a lot of people overspend what they make, and that's how you end up in debt, end up in problems. You got to be making sure whatever going out, you got to have more than that coming in to be able to cover that. See, a lot of people try to keep up with the Joneses, but so you don't know what the Joneses making. You don't know what their credit card's looking like. You don't know how deep their bank account is. That's why it's best for you to worry about your own. You worry about somebody else's, a lot of times you end up falling short. You gotta live your own life. Don't worry about what everybody else doing. If you're able to keep up with that lifestyle, then that's great. But if you're not, don't allow yourself to get caught up in the hype. Don't believe everything you see. Of course, everybody gonna make you believe that their life is so great and they ain't got no worries in the world. Let me tell you about life and about problems. Everybody got it. Rich or poor, they still got problems. You can't buy your way through everything. Some things you're gonna have to deal with. You might deal with a sickness or somebody close to you get sick to be on their deathbed. How much money in your bank account ain't gonna help that situation. So you gotta think about it. There's some things you're gonna have to face and understand that life gonna come up with ups and downs at you. Some things you have no control over. Sometimes you gotta let it go and give it to God. But whatever you want in life, you gotta work hard for it. Can't go out there and take it from nobody. Because now your freedom gonna be taken away. Why jeopardize your livelihood and the way you live for your freedom? That's not being smart. You gotta find a way to make a way where it's able, where you ain't gotta sleep with one eye open. You don't want to have to worry about who gonna come get me. You want to be able, for the wife and the kids and everybody, whoever you is, your husband, you want everybody to live comfortable and be able to sleep good when you ain't got to worry about the way you getting it and how you getting your money, jeopardizing everybody around you. There's different ways of getting to where you're trying to get to. See, everybody take the fast route, and they always tell you the fast route all the time ain't the good route. Because yeah, you might get it fast, but guess what? You'll lose it fast too. The quicker you got it, the quicker you're going to lose it. And it hurts more to have it and lose it. Because if you ain't never had it, you don't even know how it feels. So you really can't miss what you don't have. But when you have it all and lose it, it hurts more. Because you work to get to a certain point. Imagine you get to that point and then you lose it. And you hit right back rock bottom. That's a hurtful feeling. But it's all about being smart with your life, man, and your life decisions. Watch how you move. And if you're trying to get to a certain point, man, have your financial plan. Understand what you need to do to go get that. Have enough money coming in where you can cover the expenses and the kids good and you can do whatever you want to do. Live life from there. You don't have to be rich and famous. You don't need $1 million and all these thousands of dollars to live good. You'll be able to live good if you know how you move it. If you know what you need and what you don't need. If you want the extravagant things, of course you need that. If you want private jets and Bentleys and Ferraris, of course you're going to need millions and thousands of dollars. But if you don't care about all that stuff, then you really don't need it. And you comfortable, then just make sure you got enough income coming in to cover whatever you're trying to cover. You don't have to live for everybody else. Nobody can't tell you how to live. It's on you as a person to live however you want to live. Whatever makes you happy don't necessarily gonna make me happy. You might like it, I might don't, but it's cool. Everybody's meant to be different. We don't have to like the same things. We don't have to spend our same money on the same things. Still gonna spend it. It's gonna go somewhere. But don't live your life through other people and watching what other people do. Their finances ain't your finances. Their bank account ain't yours. You don't know what they got or how they getting it. You don't know what sacrifices these people had to make. And you trying to keep up with them, but you ain't making them same steps that they did. You gonna end up falling short and going broke, trying to keep up with everybody else. Stay true to yourself. It's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with not having it right now. A lot of us don't have it. Everybody ain't rich and famous and got a silver spoon in their mouth and got people working for them. That's cool. Everybody ain't meant to have the same life. But if you want to get to that level, it's going to take hard work and dedication. You can't be afraid to get your hands dirty and laying down the foundation of whatever you're trying to do in your life. You only get one shot, folks. You don't get 2, 3, 4. You don't, it's one. You get one lifetime to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. Don't take life for granted. Live life to the fullest and enjoy it to the fullest, man. Because we can lose it in a minute. You don't want to have no regrets. Whatever you want to do, go do it. All the people that you want to tell that you love them, go tell them you love them right now. Don't wait till later. Later might not come, folks. If you want to have something in life, then do what you got to do to go get it. Don't make excuses. And don't be mad and bitter at the next person for trying to better their life. You got to learn to be happy for each other. See, acting like that, you're going to block your own blessing. Because you want to have that hatred and that bitterness in your heart where you can't be happy to see somebody else happy. You just want all the blessings. You just want to be happy. The world doesn't evolve around you. We all living in the same world and the same planet. You gotta learn to be happy for each other. Don't be selfish. You gotta learn how to give, man. A lot of people don't forget about helping and giving. You gotta always give to the ones that don't got it, man. Because we all was at a point where we didn't have it. Even the ones that rich, it was some point in their life where they wasn't rich. It was some point where they ain't know where they was gonna go or how they was gonna eat. If you go listen to a lot of these stories, they ain't just wake up like that. We all done been through it all. You done seen the ups, you done seen the downs. And a lot of people come from a lot of messed up, horrible, terrible situations. But they pursued and they made it through because they stayed focused on the task. Y'all stay focused on y'all task. Have that tunnel vision or wherever you're trying to go in life. Don't let nothing distract you. Don't follow the crowd. Stop worrying about what the internet doing. Focus on you and your life. Establish you all different sources of income because you never know what's going to happen, especially when you're trying to be above water. Prices going higher and higher. Cost of living just keep rising. But most people's salary ain't rising. It don't add up. So that means you got to hustle. Because if you don't go get it, you're going to get left behind. Ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you and say, okay, here you go. You ain't got a car? Here go a car. You ain't got nowhere to stay. Come on here. Here are keys to a brand new house. They ain't doing that. People don't care enough like that to do that. They always told me, man, when you get to a certain point, you got to fend for yourself. It's all about survival mode after that. Being able to survive and make it out here. You got to be able to know how to make it. You might be barely making it, but you got to know how to make it. Because sometimes, you know, life can get the best of us. And you go through things, man, you be like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what's next. I don't know. I'm confused. We all done been there. But life is always what you make it, man. Take the good and the bad, and you keep pushing, you keep striving, and you'll find a way because you got to always keep your faith. Faith will lead you through all the trials and tribulations because you believe in something and it's pushing you. It's giving you that push to keep you going to say, I think I can. I know I'm going to make it through. But if you ain't got faith, you don't have nothing to hold on to. That's why you got to have God in your heart.